going on, guys?
So you reading, Jay?
I was looking at this video of Boosie getting confronted by, I guess, a guy who's LGBTQ, and it looked like they was about to go to blows.
Really?
Yeah, but his son pulled him away.
But it's what?
His son pulled him away.
Huh?
His son pulled him away.
Oh.
I think he's talking about Boosie's son, not the gay person's son.
Yes, Boosie's.
How was y'all week? What's going on? What's new? What's happening?
Spent the week really recovering. I wasn't feeling well. So
You sound better.
Myself, yeah, I'm feeling back to myself. So I'm in good.
Did you quarantine?
Yeah, I ain't been nowhere. Been in the house.
So you did have COVID?
I did not.
No.
No.
She was concerned. Look at her. Boy, look at the face.
No.
How was your week, Nicole?
I took like 3 or 4 tests though because I had symptoms like I did, but I didn't have it. So
yeah, the runs was the only symptom that wasn't COVID though.
That is
that is a symptom of COVID.
That's a new symptom?
No.
This shit come on so dead, man. Everything a fucking symptom now. You got rough hands. I got a symptom right now.
The only reason why I know is because before my mama went in the hospital for a week, she was nauseous. And that's why we thought it was something with her hernia surgery she had previous because it was stomach. Then she got diarrhea. And then later they was like, oh yeah, those are symptoms, diarrhea, nausea. I didn't know that.
Head thing is symptom.
Mm-hmm. It's really like it's really damn near the same. Like it's the same as the flu. Like it's the same exact symptoms. So I think I just had a bad flu. But I took I think I took 3 or 4 tests, and all of them first one came back TNP, and the others came back negative.
What is TNP?
Test not processed. So I guess the first one that I took for some reason, I don't know if it was it says either two things could have caused that. It was either too much mucus on the swab or in transport it got contaminated. So.
Okay.
My week was the same. Stressful. Not stressful. I take that back. Just draining. I'll be looking forward to Fridays.
You're gonna need a new gig.
Oh, remember this. Well, it's temp anyway. It's supposed to end by the 15th of December, but they don't know because they got like 100,000 applicants. Remember I told y'all about the person that I thought maybe was transgender because, female name, but I was clearly speaking to a man. And, I didn't want to be offensive and y'all trying to sue the state of Georgia because I hurt your feelings because I said you were a man and you're a woman, So I was just kind of treading lightly, like you're presenting yourself as this one, as the person. So I was just like, okay. I let my supervisor know they just collect the information. The company, the DCA, they will, if it's some fraud stuff going on, they'll figure it out. So then I get a message like, hey, they need her husband's information. I'm like, what husband? So I call, their number disconnected. So I call another number that they had called me from, and it was the mother, one of their mothers. And she's like, oh, she's at work. And I said, well, they need the husband's information, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, him. And I was like, okay. I just explained it to her. Listen, this is what's been going on. I said, is such and such transgender? She fell out laughing. No, ma'am. I said, well, I've definitely been speaking to a man. Oh, well, he probably was doing it because she works so much. I'm like, see, they about to get denied if we don't get his information by tomorrow. He been pretending to be her and not even mentioning that she even got a husband, like she doing it by herself.
But he ain't been trying to hide his voice, huh?
And it has not tried to disguise his voice. So that's what made me feel like, I don't want to say anything, and now you offended.
But it's been the husband the whole time. How did they know she was married?
Well, see, on their application they filled out, she listed him. So how it works is they can go online and do their own application. They don't really need us. But DCA don't really tell them everything they need. They be denying people left and right, like it's money coming out of their pocket, right? So Georgia legal system jumped in and said, hey, we'll help these people make sure that all the documents are in order. If they already started the application, we'll look at it, make sure all the documents are ordered. If they need something else, we'll request it and we will add it, right? Some people have not started the application, so we'll interview them and start the application for them. So if they already started the application, I think she had already did a application and listed his name.
Is it like something happened different if she had, like, say, do she get more benefits if she went into it like a single or something?
They just pay your past due rent, and if you ask for future rent, they'll pay your future rent too. They'll pay a total of 18 months. They just need to know how many people in the house. It's like when you applying for food stamps. They want to know how many people in the house. They want to know how much you make, because you can't make over the income limit for the amount of people in your household.
Maybe he thought he wasn't supposed to be there.
Maybe they over the income limit with his income.
They not. He ain't even working. She the one working.
Oh. I don't know what the fuck his problem was here.
Yeah.
I was like, I need a cigarette. I said, I need a cigarette. And so I had an attitude. I was like, listen, you tell him to call me, because if we don't get this information in, they're going to deny y'all application tomorrow.
Did he call you?
Yeah, he sent everything in. Thank you so much.
Same person.
I ain't never spoke to her. Not one time.
Did he tell you? Did he ever say that he was the same person? He never admitted to it. The mama ended up telling you.
The mama told me.
Yes.
Oh, well, he come in here and use the phone. They phone off, but he come in here and use the phone. I don't know who he be talking to, you know.
She might not. He might go in there and be talking real quiet off to the side. She probably think he got another woman. It's probably her mama, you know.
No, it's his mama.
Oh, see, she definitely ain't tricking on him.
Mm-mm.
But she cracked up laughing, and I was like, listen, is she transgender? I just want to get that straight. She's like, no.
I ain't had that exciting of a week, man. I put a muscle on my back yesterday, so I'm a bit uncomfortable right now. So I might do a lot of twisting and turning and shit, you know. But I ain't doing no work today.
The muscle in your back.
I ain't do shit. I ain't picked up nothing or nothing. I was sitting here doing nothing, like sitting with the wrong posture and whatever. So I guess too long. I went to stand up, and right behind my rib cage, boy, I mean, breathing is rough right about now. So last 2 days I ain't did nothing. I went out on one site just to make sure the guys was working, and that was it.
Because you fell, you said?
No, I ain't fall. I ain't pick up nothing. I ain't trip. Nothing. One of my friends said maybe because I'm old, said maybe I picked up something on Monday and it just took effect on Thursday.
It's possible.
So I don't know, man. So that was it with me.
You still be going to the gym every day?
I ain't been in the gym in like 2 weeks. And I feel out of shape, man, especially with my back hurting. I feel out of shape. I've been working, in the football season coming up. So I've been doing stuff at the football office, trying to get a couple jobs done, bringing people in on that, trying to finish out the year. So I ain't been in the gym. I worked out I think I only worked out like once in the last 2 weeks. I went and put the Smith's machine together over at the family gym, over there in the garage. I put the Smith machine together over there, but I haven't worked out for real. I went into the gym, did arms for one day, but that was it. Nothing strenuous. Excuse me, ain't been picking up nothing at work or nothing. It's just old age catching up to me, and then I ain't been active, I think. Hopefully the next couple of days it'll feel like, cause I got it's swole. I got a little spot in my back, so if it swell up, if it go down, I might leave and go get a heating pad or something for it later this evening.
You don't think you need to go get it checked out or nothing?
Last time I did, I pulled a muscle. Was it last year or the year before last?
That was like year before last.
Year before last. All they did when I went in there is gave me some prednisone and muscle relaxant. That didn't even work. The prednisone works. It take because you don't feel no pain. You take one of them, but the muscle relaxant didn't do too much of nothing. And I don't feel like taking no pills like that. It ain't like if I get up and walk around, I'm good. It only bothers me really when I'm sitting still and then certain moving and grab stuff and twist it. So I figure if I get a heating pad, put on it, and then be cool for the rest of the night, I'll probably be all right come tomorrow. Because it had loosened up a little bit earlier today. And then I went out into the cold and it tightened right back up on me.
Speaking of, boy, we ain't get no transition at all. We went from 80 to 50, just like that.
The temperature been changing throughout the day to me. Like it started off like 40 up in the early part. About noon, it looked like to noon is my weather. It's a good 55, 60. It's real nice. And then an electric heating in the sides. Can I get it tonight? Fuck.
Who said that?
Our producer, man, he said he got an electric heating pad over there for him. I mean, if I can get it tonight, I'm coming to get it.
So is your electric heating pad and massaging pad all in one, or are they two separate?
It's all in one, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, we can do that there.
Because that's what I was looking for my neck. And Egypt had a crook in her neck a couple days.
Oh. So getting into something, I wanted to talk about real quick. I mean, it ain't gonna take too long. My man from the NFL who's in the car accident. They killed the girl.
Yeah, they showed a picture or a video, a picture of him like bawling on the side of it,
It's over for him. It's over for him. And I hate to say it, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
I'll come pick that up, shotgun, when I go get the heating pad from Danielle.
No, she was telling you to go get some raw ginger.
She already got it. So, I mean, she already got it. Just mix it up. Don't use your finger to stir it. And I'll be able to grab it. So,
he was doing 156 miles an hour. That's ridiculous. And he had a passenger in the car.
Not to mention the way that they describe how the lady passed. She literally burned alive. Her and her dog burned alive. Like, it's over for him. Like,
because he couldn't get out. She couldn't get out the car.
They couldn't. Everybody, the witnesses was trying to get out the car. They couldn't get out the car. Her and her dog burned alive. Like, it's over for him. And she was it was a white lady, so it's over for him.
See, I didn't know that much of it. What I did know, you know what I'm saying, was that he was in the car accident. Because things I've been seeing, they've been comparing it to Jenner.
Bruce Jenner's. I'm sorry, Caitlyn.
Or Bruce, Caitlyn, you know what I'm saying? But, because, basically he did the same thing, but the person he had the accident with didn't burn to death, but he killed the person, you know what I'm saying, in a car accident. And so he didn't get no time. Or
Same with Brandy.
Brandy too, yeah.
Brandy didn't get no time either.
I don't know. I didn't even know what came of that one too.
It was like hush hush, but she ain't do no time.
Yeah, I don't know if either of them were drinking though. He was
Brandy was texting. Brandy was texting and driving.
Right. He was drunk. He was lit.
Yeah. So I pray. I know it. I know it was an accident. And I pray that he get the best case outcome. But you got to be more responsible than that. It's too many services out here, especially for people who have money. You don't have to call a Lyft. He could have got a car service, anything. You're going to be out drinking.
He could have let his baby mama drive, and she was in the car with him, unless she was towed up too.
And that's the thing. Exactly. And that's the thing. Is like, in this situation, like, you got to know. She knew he was drunk. So, you know what I'm saying? Even if she couldn't drive, she supposed to say, nah, we're going to take a car home tonight. We'll come back and pick the car up tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, to me, like, one decision can change your whole life.
And that changed his, boy. That's it for him. My man gone. Gone.
I pray that, that the judge have some leniency on him. I mean, it was not the best decision to make. And you could tell that he was extremely remorseful about it. But it's just like, you got to make better decisions, bro.
Yeah, I don't think he deserved life. You know what I'm saying? But He gotta get something. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be
He's
something.
so young too. One mistake. Only been in the NFL for 2 years.
Yeah. I gotta also say, I actually need to send condolences out. We had a extended family member basically get killed the other day. I just got it's on our end from the Hunnits. Um, Andrea's son, Skylar.
What?
Yeah, he got killed. I think it was on the 21st. I got a phone call today about it. He was on the bus stop. I think it was in Logan Square. Got shot in the chest. A guy shot him in the chest, and I think it was over an argument. Shot him in the chest, and then carjacked a 41-year-old man and killed him and took off in his car. But nobody's been arrested yet for it.
So how they know that happened? So they know who it is then.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I read the news article after I got the phone call. So I got the phone call just telling me Skylar got killed, and he got shot in the chest. And then I haven't called Andrea yet to talk to her because her son just got killed.
I mean, I've been seeing her. I ain't seen no post or nothing because they Miss Hattie's birthday was I think yesterday or something.
Yeah,
yesterday or the day before, and she posted about that. But I ain't really been on Facebook like that, so maybe she said something. But she's posted videos, with her mom and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
That's
I
awful.
but I just wanted to put condolences out for that because I just got the phone call today. Actually, I got the phone call like 15 minutes before we went out. Like I just got the call. Buddha called me from Iowa to let me know what was going on. So I'll call and talk to her a little later with that. But I just wanted to say about that before we got too deep in anything else. We can get back. And I need to pick my phone up real quick because I think it was something Nicole had sent in it. As y'all know, we usually throughout the week we be sending each other messages.
I want to say this before you read that. I want to say I think I have the most intelligent and smart children. Sometimes they, amaze me. So Egypt gets in a car from school. I pick her up from school yesterday. They ain't had school today because the Braves won, so they canceled school for a parade. But anyway,
and you know what? I'm pissed off about that Chicago Sky Parade too.
It should have been bigger than what it was.
They didn't even let nobody know they was having a damn parade. You know what I'm saying?
They put it out there, but it was like the day before. Like
they didn't try to.
What you mean the Sky Parade? What kind of parade?
Chicago's female basketball team. They won the championship, and like they gave them a parade. They was like nobody on the street for this damn parade for them basically, because like nobody knew, and then they taking pictures of it and shit like that. Man, they did them so dirty to me. I mean, they could have did it so much better for them. At least advertise it or something. They barely even advertised their games, though. You know what I'm saying? You had to go search out to see when they was playing, and they was in the championship game. And then they wonder why they ain't making no money on their league.
Wow. But so anyway, she gets in the car with attitude or whatever, or irritated or whatever. And so she was like her English teacher, who's a black woman, but she's light skinned and she has really long locks. Okay. They're really long or whatever. And so the teacher, their assignment they have to do is write about a social ism or something that has affected your life. So there's a homosexual boy in the class talk about how homophobic people, homophobia has affected him and blah blah blah. So Egypt says colorism. Right. And so she ain't picked nobody else's apart, but she asked Egypt why. So Egypt explained why. And she was like, and she cut her off and goes, well, that can be with any colorism is discrimination against skin colors. So me as a light-skinned woman, I used to get called stuck up because I'm light-skinned. And Egypt but there's a difference between being bullied and colorism. I get bullied for having a big head. I don't go around looking at little head people like, it's a ism. I just let them have their little heads while I got a big head. It's different. You were bullied. I'm sorry. So I'm hoping I don't get a call because, Egypt can, even though I don't think she was disrespectful, but her tone can be very, I guess, condescending. I guess. She probably get that from you. But she's like, I'm sorry you were bullied. But is a difference between bullying and colorism. I'm pretty sure nobody ever told you you're cute to be light skinned.
Did she tell the teacher that?
Yes.
Oh, good for her.
And so, and then Egypt was like, and then I just shut up. She was like, because she didn't pick nobody else's apart. She didn't tell the boy who said, people being homophobic, blah, blah, blah. She didn't say, oh, well, heterosexual people are bullied, so I guess it's heterophobic. She didn't do that. I said, well, because she was triggered, because a lot of light-skinned people, no offense to the light-skinned people on here, a lot of times when dark-skinned people express how they've been, it seems like a lot of times light-skinned people feel attacked, and they have to say, well, I have experience because I don't get it from either side, or mixed people. They got to say, well, but this is not about you. It's about my experience as a dark-skinned person and what I experienced within our own race, you know. And so, you know, and I just told her, well, don't worry about it. I think you got your point across.
I think
Yeah,
she handled it
honestly,
beautifully.
she actually proved her point for her with her even expressing it. You know what I mean? You demean, or not necessarily demean, but you try to make my
Minimalize it.
point valid. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
you actually fit the stereotype. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that was well put. If it was put that way, I don't know if she got a little bit of her uncle in it. I'm sure it was a little, a
At first, I was
little.
like, when she tell, I'm like, you said that? I'm like, oh, I wonder if I'm gonna get a call. But I want to get a call because I think I need to give her a little lesson too if she do call me.
She's not calling you.
No.
She letting that go. What she doing is talk about Egypt in the teacher's lunchroom or whatever, the teacher cafeteria, whatever that'll be.
She better not get no bad grade on this assignment because you and your feelings, because you fit the description. You probably in your head probably do think you look better. And then she gonna tell the lady, the girl gonna tell Egypt. They say I'm bougie, and Egypt said, I get called bougie every day, but it has nothing to do with me being dark skinned. Everything with how I carry myself.
Egypt is a little bougie.
I say she bougie too.
Yeah.
I'll tell her that.
Yeah. She is, and she's a freshman now. No, she's a junior.
She's a junior.
She's a junior, Bridget. Yeah. She's a junior. I mean, the teacher got to know colorism exists. Period. I mean, even if it exists even in small circles, like even in your little circle. Now, it might not be demeaning, and like so, like in our circle. If you come in our circle, there is definitely colorism in our circle. You go get it. I mean, our little light skinned cousin acting real light skinned earlier today. You know what I'm saying? You ain't see them posts, did you, Jay? Oh my God, I might throw him in the group later. He's real. He was on his light skin shit today. But I mean, we do that. That's just what it is. But I guess people get offended when they don't understand how people communicate with each other, because everybody feels that they're supposed to be able to dictate how other people communicate. You know, a lot of times it's people, you know what I'm saying, eavesdropping on somebody else's conversation. And with that, you know what I'm saying, they get offended when shit ain't got nothing to do with them. Period. And it happens a lot between light and dark skinned people. And we do perpetuate it.
But I think a lot of times they don't understand, because Egypt said, she went on to tell me as we're talking about it, she says, I just get tired of explaining the difference in what I've been told and what I went through. Especially, I don't want to have to do that with no adult. And she was like, all of my friends are light skinned. And anytime we talk about it, they're like, oh, well, she said, even my daddy, I had to explain to him. He be, well, I was said that they thought I was this because I was light skinned. And she like, what are you not getting? She said, I just get tired of explaining it, especially to adults. And she said, all my
she needs to call and talk to me about it.
Honestly though, like the I don't want to call it the dark skin struggle, but like the plight and the things that we as darker skinned people have to deal with, I don't think anybody with fair skin would ever be able to understand that. You know what I mean? And it's these things are ingrained as young kids. Like my daughter doesn't like dark skinned dolls. You know what I mean? She's only 7, you know what I mean? And she doesn't like dark skinned dolls. Like everything that is dark is always related to something bad. Anything dark is related to something bad. And that's ingrained in everybody, you know what I mean? So you got to take the good with the bad, I guess. But
yeah, y'all treat me like I'm bad because I'm dark.
I mean, we all dark. You are a little darker than us.
Yeah, I'm a shade or two. I got y'all beat. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all play that up.
Yeah,
Uh,
you got us
media.
about shades, but I mean, but black is beautiful. I think to me, I
I
love
love
it.
my color.
Yeah, I'm as a youngster, like obviously, um, I'm pretty sure maybe except for you, Bill. Like, but I know as a youngster, I like was like, damn, why couldn't I be a little lighter? You know, because you get all the jokes and you know what I'm saying, all that type of shit. But once I hit like 12, 13, like I didn't really care about this shit no more. Like to me, I felt like shit.
It
I
always made me feel like I never, no matter what people said to me, it never made me feel like, man, I wish I was light. It made me feel like, fuck you. That's just how I felt.
And you know what? I never thought that I wish I was lighter. Because, I went through stages. I went through, at first, if you talked about me because I was dark, I would just punch you in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? I went through a lot of stages where I was just fighting every day. Then my mama told me that if I kept fighting, she was putting me out the house. And I was in fourth grade when she told me this. And I believed it. You're in fourth grade, you don't know she can't put your ass out. But I believed it. So I'm like, fuck, I got to find something else to do. I can't fight everybody. So I kind of learned how to start talking about people. And then what happened was we moved from the west side of Chicago to 126th Street out of the hundreds. And even though I was still dark at that point, because I was in sixth grade, it didn't seem like it mattered too much. Like the people I started meeting, of course, they talked about me for being dark, but I was talking about them like they had big ass heads and long feet, lips and shit. So all that stuff I could talk about them too. So to me, it just became fun. And then in high school, once freshman year, I was going.
You became like the
What?
man.
Boy, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Grossing
Always,
me out.
I,
Nicole, your brother. I'm like, ew, don't say it.
yeah,
I give honor and praise to Wesley Snipes. He brought that that on. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. So
I
I,
think
I
once
love it.
like once I started once I started like getting attention from the girls, like I didn't really care about that no more. Like
Didn't care.
it was like you know what I'm saying. Everybody got their own what they like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different for men. I didn't go through
It's
that.
very
I didn't go
different
through
from
that.
men.
I mean, I've had men say stuff like, "Oh, you this and you chocolate," but it was short lived. They still would choose lighter over me. I was dealing with a guy. I think I told y'all this before. I was dealing with a guy who looked me in my face and said, "Light skinned girls just got more flavor than dark skinned girls." And I would
The
give an ugly
boy from
light.
Girls Trip. Who was the Tasha asked a question? Old boy from Girls Trip, dark skinned guy.
The guy damn, I can't remember his name.
Shaka gonna find him. She'll throw him in the comments.
Coffee.
Kofi, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he high looking. But it was different for females, I think. Like, yeah, the men, they still got they ooh chocolate because even, white women would say the tall, dark, and handsome. Dark for them, meaning tanned, not necessarily a black person,
Right,
but darker was always, but for women, it's different. I went through a little phase where guys would say, "Ooh, and you chocolate too, ooh, ooh," but it was still you
yeah,
cute
but
to be
see,
dark.
I mean, I've had people say stuff about me being dark. And
No, but what I'm saying is, it was still you're cute to be dark though.
we get that too. Like that's
I got
it's
No,
that.
but you're not understanding what I'm saying. Y'all go through this
We
phase,
understand
which
it, so
y'all
we're messing with
still
you.
have,
We're messing
where
with you, Nicole. We're bothering you,
I
Nicole.
want me a chocolate man. I
Nicole,
want this.
we understand what you're saying. We were bothering you from the
Okay, well let
colorism,
me finish.
the
And so
colorism
and
from
then the
earlier. You
dude,
didn't get that.
okay, but then dude, like I told you, actually we're like dealing with each other and told me that light skinned girls have more flavor, whatever the hell that means, than dark skinned girls. And he would give an ugly light skinned girl a pass before he gave an ugly dark skinned girl a pass. And I was like, he was like, well, not you, because you cute though. And I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah. I said, so you mean to tell me a light skinned girl already got one up on me just because she light skinned, even if she ugly? She already got 1 point over me, basically. Yeah.
thanks.
So
I mean,
That was
I had an idiot tell me that
very
that tall men get a point just because they talk. She was sitting with me. We together. You know what I'm saying? We on a date. A guy walked past. She said, "Oh, he's so tall." I said, "Okay, what does that mean?" Tall man, he just get a point because he's tall. I said, "You do know you're talking to a short man, right? You can't. Really? I mean, I'm paying for this meal you finna have."
I think you know what though, honestly, like the equivalent of what Nicole is saying about her skin complexion is what short men deal with. Like It's you look handsome to be short, or I would talk to you.
Really?
Oh my God.
They say you handsome to be short, as if
No, it's not to be short, but it's one of the things where it's like, oh, you handsome, you
With
handsome,
your short self. They'll
right?
throw that in. You handsome with your short self.
Right. You know
Oh,
what
look
I'm
at
saying?
you. You know what I'm saying? They almost kind of like you're a baby. So look at you.
So I mean, like that's something that I've been obviously dealing with my entire life. I think I'm the shortest out the whole crew.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You know the only thing that helped short me in that? Kevin Hart.
No,
He
it
is a
ain't just
monkey.
him. It ain't just him though. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
don't
think
think nobody look at him as a sex symbol, though.
It ain't sex symbol. It's the fact that he's funny, he's rich, he's got a lot of drive to him. You know what I'm saying? And so now I think people give. Like I've never had an issue being short because I'm not extra short. Like Jay short.
all
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
All
I'm like medium.
All right.
Ain't nothing wrong with being short, though, Jay.
I'm not
I was
offended
just
at
looking
all,
at
but
a
I just
picture
don't
of a
like
dude that's like really tall, and he think he fine, talking about because he tall, he like really, really tall. But to me, he looked like a Neanderthal. I don't like tall guys. I'm looking at him like, why somebody want somebody that's just looked like a giant? He just looked like a giant.
Yeah, nah.
I don't like
I
tall
used
guys.
to be prejudiced against dark-skinned people when I was younger, but my mom is prejudiced, so I thought it was okay. I wouldn't even look at a dark-skinned guy and wouldn't be friends with dark-skinned girls. Not that I'm an adult. I think most light-skinned girls have hold up. Light-skinned girls have stank-ass attitudes, but I don't look at color anymore. Well, one, you get that honestly because your mama is prejudiced, racist, whatever you want to say. She don't like nobody dark. And light skinned girls do have stank ass attitudes. You do know
Thank you,
you light
baby.
skinned,
Thank you,
right?
baby. Come on now. This
You
this
say
why,
what?
this why
What
you
was
get
the last
married
part
right
you
here.
I
said,
said she do remember she light though, right?
You know, that's legs. She
I know
know.
who that is. That's why I said she light with that stank ass attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on,
Who
producer.
an inch
Can you
taller?
highlight my wife's comment one more time?
What did it say, bro? You an inch taller? Who an inch taller?
Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
Who you
That's
talking
what
about,
I'm
me?
talking about. Yes, you.
Nigga, I'm 3 inches taller. You 5'5", brown eyes. You know what I'm
She
saying?
said, "Don't play with your market."
I'm average height for a female. I'm 5'8".
That ain't average height for a female. That's a giant for a female.
See, we all know your height. You throw that there all the time. I'm 5'5", brown ass, thick thighs. You know.
Now, whoa, wait a minute. You lied. Nah.
5'5" is average for a woman. Okay, so Jay average for a woman.
Yeah. And then they put on heels. I don't think I know one woman that I'm taller than when they wear heels. I don't think I know one.
Honestly, I'm not taller than too much of none of them. I'm taller than Nicole, and depending on what heel she wear. You know what I'm saying? She might be able to put. I don't think Nicole really is a heels person, so she can't get crazy with them big ass ones. You know what I'm saying? So I might say, but other than
I
that,
don't wear no 6 inch. I used to, but I don't wear no 6. Even if I wore 6, how tall are you, male? 5'6"?
5'8".
Yeah, I
You
even
too.
if I wore 6 inch, I would not be taller than 5'8". I'm only 4'11", 5 feet.
Yeah, see. So I'm good. See, so I'm tall in certain circumstances.
Shit, I'm gonna tell you this: if I go in the room and I'm taller than you, goddamn, I'm in that motherfucker. You need me to grab this for you? I got you. No, I got you. I'm grabbing everything, goddamn. But I ain't even ashamed if I gotta hit the tippy toes.
Oh, I get on my toes
And
all the
Egypt
time.
ain't gonna grow no more. Me and her daddy done marked her. Her daddy a claim. He tried to say he like 5'7". He like
He about
5.
5'6".
No, he got to be 5'4". I can look him dead in the eyes.
Oh,
My back don't hurt if I give him a hug.
okay.
And in Egypt, like 4'9.5". When we took her to the doctor, she ain't growing no more.
What Tasha pausing about?
You hit me with the 5'5" brown ass thick thigh. I don't know where that came from.
That's your description, boy. Somebody asked Jay, hey,
Never been my description. You are a liar.
He putting the whole thing down. He don't stop at like, Jay, how tall are you? Like if you hit Jay, like, man, what you about 5'2"? 5'5", brown ass, thick thighs. Thank you very much.
He's a liar. It's 5'5", brown eyes, smile like sunrise. Okay.
Oh my bad. I knew it was something else on the back end of that.
Hope that he don't bring me fresh ice.
Hey, you gonna leave my little brother alone, man? You ain't even in this. Stop. You know,
Some fresh ice.
fresh ice.
At some point, we're gonna have to get him on here to tell his story because I'm pretty sure everybody gonna keep wondering. They hear this like once a month and they wondering what the hell that is.
He ain't gonna never tell the story. That's gonna be able to told about. It's gonna have to be told about him. You know, the Joe Budden thing on that. I think he was joking.
I don't think
I wanted to talk about that because, okay, so, and this is an issue that I struggle with, right? I feel like it's so hard raising kids in this atmosphere, in this climate. You know, it seems like social media has such a strong, you know, grip on the kids and the way they think, no matter what you say. You know what I'm saying? It's hard raising kids in this climate or whatever. So I showed Egypt this video. It was like a TikTok video. So they were showing rappers, you know, these little young rappers that's out now, you know, with the dreads, tattoos in their face. You know, I don't know their names, but
the white boys,
black boys.
Oh,
you know, the little Dirks, the babies, and all of them, the little, you know, all of them. They showed before what they said was, you don't think this is odd? They were showing pictures of them before they made it. They were little boys. And then pictures of them now, all of them wearing acrylic fingernails or nail polish, dresses, and stuff like that. And it's like, you don't think there's a pattern. And it was a bunch of them he showed. It wasn't just one person. It was a bunch of these new rappers coming out, showing them before and after. And then now Joe Budden coming out talking about he bisexual.
I don't know if
what's going on.
I think that Joe Budden thing was taken out of context. I don't think he was bisexual.
I think he was saying that I think he was a bad joke. You know what I'm saying? If you don't hear the whole thing, because I think it was more so related to the fact that the LGBTQ. Did I get that right?
Mm-hmm.
LGBTQTIA.
Whatever. Okay, so the letter boys, they had basically pardoned the baby. And so I think his thing was like, damn, he had to get a pardon from basically these people in order for him to perform again. So like, okay, well, fuck it then. I'm with them then. I'm on their team. I'm bisexual. Hey, sign me up. How can we get it going? I'm part of them now.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
People make me sick. I can't stand the internet. They always chopping stuff up, putting stuff out there.
Yeah.
So that don't even go with my first part of my statement. Then I take him out.
Greetings, Jonathan, from the Netherlands. We've reached the Netherlands. Huh? We've reached the Netherlands. We got a comment from our YouTube.
Is it on YouTube? Okay, what he's saying? Let me see. Let me check.
He just said greetings from the Netherlands.
We appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah, he said, what's the topic?
Oh, we all over the place today, Jonathan. Right now, we were just talking about. I don't want to. We were actually talking. I mean, Nicole had brought up basically homosexuality, and she was trying to see if there was an agenda with I guess young people with it, trying to see what.
I sound like you were saying the entertainers.
Yeah, it was like showing how the entertainers, like before and after, like the young rappers that's coming out. Well, before.
I think what it is what media and society on the whole is trying to do is show that it's
inclusive
or it's acceptable. You know what I'm saying? To express yourself in whatever way that you want to express yourself. And then I think with I guess you want to say the power that the alphabet of society has, that, you know what I'm saying, their agenda is forefront.
I mean, so do you think all of these rappers were suppressing these feelings just so happened? Or they're tapping them saying, do this, telling them to do this?
I don't think they have those feelings.
Yeah, I think that it's just the climate. Like a lot of the stuff that you see now is just, it's really who they were. You know what I mean? It's not, I don't think that means that they're gay or straight or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that these are people express themselves differently nowadays, you know?
But it's not different. They're expressing themselves the same way.
No, but I
And
mean, as
that's
far as
that's
what
why I'm
society
questioning.
is used to, though. You know what I mean? Like you said, traditionally, you see a young boy, maybe he may have regular just black dreads, pants sagging, maybe a chain here, that. Now you say they got the blonde dreads, the green dreads, the pink dreads, the nail polish.
But that's not a problem.
Pointy things.
We're not talking about goth or emo. I'm
But those
talking
are the things that
about
you said, though.
I'm
That's
talking about the jet. No, I didn't. I said they're wearing fingernails
I just
and
said fingernail.
I'm acrylic fingernails like women go to the
Come
beauty
on, I ain't never
salon.
seen no rappers with no acrylic fingernail.
Really?
I ain't
Or
never seen
even
no
like the
rappers with no.
color
I
polish.
seen it with painted nails.
I seen them with painted,
And
but
I
I
ain't
ain't
talking
never
about just
seen
the
one with
black
no.
nails. I'm talking about nails with glitter or color or hearts on them. Feminine stuff. I'm gonna just say it. I ain't talking about just we're expressing ourselves different because I was different. I mean, my daddy used to tell my mama, "Why you let her dress like that?" My mama like she'll grow out of it. I was different. I'm not talking about just expressing yourself different. Oh, I like a different color hair. It's an obvious sign of femininity, is what I'm saying.
I don't
Yeah,
really see
I ain't
that part
seen
of it.
that.
I like what Jonathan said, though. I don't know if that's a real word he used, but he said heteronormativity is being bullied and demonized. And it is, but a normal straight man doesn't feel the urge to express themselves in feminine ways. That I never did in my youth. I've never felt the need to express myself in feminine ways.
Thank you,
But then we
Jonathan.
have, but then we have to also categorize what is feminine ways sometimes too. I haven't seen. I've seen rappers do things that I question sometimes. I'm like, why the fuck would he put that on? Why would he wear that? You know what I'm saying? Okay, if you take Young Thug, I've seen him dress weird and do some stuff, and I've never thought Young Thug was gay. You know what I'm saying? I never thought he was feminine in some of the stuff he did. Now, Russell Westbrook, sometimes I see him dress and I think he's feminine.
Who?
That doesn't Russell Westbrook, basketball player.
Okay.
Like I'll see him dress sometime, and I think the way he dresses is feminine, but I don't think that he's homosexual.
And
If
see,
that
I think the thing is though, I mean,
I'm not
I
saying I think they're homosexual. It's
right. I understand what you're saying, and I kind of see both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely understand what you're saying, but like the way there's a lot of these people that get caught up in it's specifically like Russ, right? They get caught up in the high fashion and this got this name on it, and it's Vera Wang or whoever the hell, and it's a dress, so but it's for men. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit get in their head and they go off left with it. Like that type of shit to me is a little too much, but if that flood, whatever, what you say, Uncle John, you say, whatever, blow the skirt up.
I
whatever
mean, but
blows the
listen,
skirt
but
up.
look how Nicki Minaj, when she first came out, she glorified women being with women, and she not even that way.
What's
And
wrong with
that was,
that?
huh?
What's wrong with women being women?
Um, and so she
Oh,
glorified,
Now, but I think that's all. But like, even if we want to go into that, like, that's just all entertainers. Like, rappers glorify a bunch of shit that they're not into.
but you're not understanding me. We ain't talking about rappers that lying about this lifestyle that they live, but they really didn't. We talking about an agenda because
I understand what I'm
for
saying.
me,
Is speaking to him, like what he just said about Young Thug, like he wore dresses and he had the fingernail paint and all that shit, but he not like that either. You know what I mean?
what that's my point. That's my whole point. My question was, do you think this is something that all of these artists all of a sudden was suppressing, and now that they're big and famous, now they're coming out, the men being feminine, the women artists, just like what's the I had her name in my head, the one that sang "I Kissed the Girl" and I liked it. She don't sing about that no more, but her very first song was that. And now little girls are, I'm when Egypt was in first grade, one of her friends said, "Oh, we're playing a game, we have, this is the girlfriends, they're girlfriends." That stuff was put out, and now little kids are doing this because this is what they're putting out, making it cool. And then once they're out there and they're famous, now they ain't talking about that no more because they ain't really like that. Now, Nicki Minaj don't talk about that no more. I still can't remember her name, but y'all know who I'm talking about, who sang "I Kissed the Girl and I Liked It."
I
Her.
know what you're talking about.
Right. So it was just stuff like that at a time, just being, just boom, 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 put out there. And it's like now all of a sudden everybody coming out the closet, every single artist that come out is
I
now
like John.
out the closet.
I like Jonathan Park. Yeah.
What he say?
I said I like Jonathan. He said, but gay fashion has broken through the heterosexual males. It moves along in subtle ways: skinny jeans, the haircuts, the shoes. He's not judging, but it's a fact, and he felt like a stranger in this culture.
Yeah.
I can't get with the skinny jeans. I don't understand how anybody can wear skinny jeans, but
And still try to sag them. That be like baffling me.
it's beyond me with that. I don't know so much about the shoes. The Crocs, yes, you know what I'm saying, out of the shoes, but I think the shoes is more a Kanye thing. It's just, I guess, with the shoes.
I don't look at skinny jeans as gay fashion though.
The ones that's like spandex.
I don't look at that as gay fashion. Like, what is gay fashion though? Like, technically, anybody that dressed well would be considered what they call
No.
metrosexual, right? Any male.
But that's not gay.
Difference. There's a difference because
Metrosexual.
So what is gay fashion?
Men
like,
wearing leggings
and a blouse,
or
like,
jeggings.
So you're saying cross dressing, like
yes,
that's a difference.
And saying it's high fashion. Men wearing skirts saying it's high fashion.
A man said sockless shoes and showing their ankles. That's
that just really sound like an old, because that back in the day, y'all used to wear high waters, right? That was a style back in the day.
No, we talked about people wearing high waters. They said, "Hey, you expecting a flood?"
That's where you got to put some sugar on.
My dad told me that back in the day, high waters was the style.
That was back in Coolie High days. That was before my time.
That was before.
What I'm saying is back in, like, think about this. Fashion changes, right? And I'm not saying the men wearing the blouses and the skirts, and I'm with you on that. But just like the pants being high and no socks with the shoes, like, to me, that's not gay fashion. That's just
say skinny jeans is about showing your thighs and ass. What is masculine about that?
All lies.
How is it lies? So is it about showing your pants? That's what the great jogging pants are for.
Skinny jeans for women is that. You know what I'm saying?
So why but men wear it? What are you showing? Because it show them thighs.
So what are baggy jeans? What does that do?
It has the thighs.
So so think about this, right? When you go to the gym, do you wear loose or fitted clothing? Do you wear muscle shirts when you go to the gym? Are your shirts tight?
Yes.
We talking about pants, but do you have on skinny pants?
I'm just saying. We talking about fashion. We're not just talking about pants. We talk about fashion.
But do you have on leggings when you work out, man? Do you put on leggings?
Niggas do wear leggings when they work out, and they call them compression pants. They are leggings, but they call them compression pants. So the thing is, it's just really like, come on, like.
Okay, so I got a question. So we talking
to me, like, I understand, like, I'm with the blouse.
Just walking up and down the street wearing compression pants for fashion.
Me, no, hell no.
Because basically, that's what skinny pants are. The ones that we talking about skinny. I ain't talking about just like straight leg. Like, there's a difference between
skate leg pants, slim fit.
Like, when you know when we saying skinny pants, they got them damn jeans that's damn near stretch jeans that niggas wearing.
I don't know nothing about those.
Them motherfuckers, they got to jump like a bride to put them on. You know what I'm saying? They got them.
I don't know. I ain't know. You talking about like jeggings for men?
Yeah, the skinny ones for the ball huggers.
Nah, I ain't never. Well, I've seen them, but like I ain't never seen them in the store where a nigga could pick them up.
But there are men who wear and they sag them.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, but I mean, like, is that to me though? Like that to me, I mean, unless I see a nigga like with
and this is the thing, we're not saying
it's
we're
like
not
okay,
saying
like
that the men who wear them are.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying like what is like. What is considered, like, I guess skinny jeans are considered gay. If it's gay fashion, then skinny jeans are considered gay.
I mean, if you let me tell it, I'm gonna tell you yes.
That's weird to me.
I'm gonna tell you yes.
How do you label
I'm old
that item gay?
How do you label anything gay?
What do you mean? How do you label anything gay? If I bought you a skirt for Christmas, would you say, "Oh, I got this from Italy. It's high fashion. This was a skirt made for men. It's a man's skirt. It wasn't made. I got this out of the men's section." You wouldn't feel like get some gay shit. You would just feel like it's just not my style.
But it's not for women. On your culture.
Like, no, we ain't talking about no culture. I'm talking about you.
Me, I don't wear skirts, so I'm gonna tell you.
Would you just say I don't wear skirts? It's not my fashion, or would you feel like it's feminine?
No, I'm gonna tell you I don't wear that. Just simple.
Answer the question.
I would not. No, I would feel like you trying to be funny. Like that's what I would.
Do you feel? So you don't feel like it would be feminine?
for me to put on a skirt, yes, that would be feminine. But for you to buy it for me, I wouldn't feel like I don't understand what you're trying to say.
So you're not taking it. Don't take it. Forget the fact that I bought it for you. Let us say anybody else bought it
I
for you,
understand, but I'm
not
saying
me.
anybody buying it for me, like I wouldn't take offense to it. I would just be like, this ain't no
I'm
shit.
not saying it for you to be offended. I'm asking you a question. Would you think in this, when
Answer
you
your
see this
question.
skirt,
I'm
would
saying,
you think,
am
because
I not
somebody
answering the question?
genuinely says, if somebody genuinely says, I got this out of the male section, it's a skirt made for men, just like skinny jeans and jeggings are made for men,
I answered your
but that don't make it masculine just because they're in the men's section. But I'll digress. Let's just say this skirt was in the men's section at Macy's. It's for men, a rack full of men kilts. And and somebody gifted it to you and say, hey, I thought this was cute. You still wear pants under it. You don't just wear it with your legs out. You still will put
That's
on
good.
some jeggings under it or some type of pants. You know how it looked. I'm just picturing how I've seen men wear the kilt style on the runway. It wasn't just their legs out. They had something under it. And you're like, would you feel like, thank you, it's a nice gift, but this isn't my style? Or would you think it's feminine?
No, I just answered that question 3 different ways. No,
No,
I
you
don't
didn't.
wear that. Did I not say no? I don't wear that.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you a question where it's 2 answers. Would you say
I got
it's
to fit.
not
That's
my
my answer.
style, or would
No,
you
that's
say
not
it's
my
feminine?
style. It's no, I don't wear
Oh,
that.
so
That's
you
the
wouldn't
same
think it's
thing.
feminine. So you wouldn't think it's feminine.
That's what niggers wear skirts. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like
you wouldn't
some
think
niggas
what you
do
don't
wear
think a
that.
skirt. So you don't think a skirt is feminine for a man. So you don't think a skirt is feminine. So
I'm
basically,
saying I don't wear skirts.
you think
That's what I'm
everything is
saying.
a free for all. Then
No,
there's
but
no
that's not what I said.
clothes
What I
specific.
said is
Tunics is
I don't
different
wear
though, Tasha.
skirts.
The tunics that they wearing is almost like a suit. The tunic, it just makes it like a long shirt that they have, and then they have like a bottom to it. It's almost like the older what the old players be wearing at the tavern, the linen suits. So what they're doing with tunics now is it's a whole thing they're doing. I mean, you ain't really seen nobody just run around with just a tunic and nothing on, and nothing under it, do you? I'm talking to Tasha because she said she saw a lot of people in tunics. You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
basically, I guess there are no
What word?
genders.
What word do you hate, Jonathan? You just said, Nicole, there are no genders.
Enclosed then basically
It depends on the person, because if you give it to me, I'm offended. Well, it depends on who give it to me, because I'm gonna think you're joking.
but I'm just saying, so
If you give me a
basically,
skirt, I'm gonna be like
but based
man,
off what
was
Jay
this?
is saying and how he feels, this, and I might be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong, there are
Okay.
no gender specific clothes. It's
No,
just
I'm
based
not
off
saying
your
he's not.
style.
No. He's
Did
not
not say
saying
that.
that. What you have to realize
Say
is
that at all.
Jay is more in tune with fashion than I would be. So you know what I'm saying? So he's more lenient towards some of the things he is. So he has the mindset of more so, okay, that ain't for me. If that's how y'all rocking, fine, that's what y'all do. That just ain't how I get down. If that's what y'all calling fashion right now, that's the direction it's going in.
So what I'm saying is fine. Anything you wear could be fashion. It's not gender specific. A man can put on anything that a woman might wear, and it's fashion. It's not gender specific anymore. It's a free for all. You can go and put on your grandma dress and say this is fashion now, and go to church.
Okay. I'm not doing it, but
No, I don't care. Like
I'm not saying you have to care. You don't have to care, and it don't have to be your style. But you don't recognize anything just because it's not your style, or just because I allow anybody. I'm not looking at nobody if somebody wear a dress and feel like, oh, you this. I don't care either. But
so
I
why does it
recognize
matter
that.
what they
But I
wear?
still recognize the fact that you're a man that's wearing women clothes, regardless of what it is. It's still that's a fact.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What you're saying is 100% correct, right? Women wear men's clothes all the time, right? So if we take it just away from men and women wear men's clothes and women wear women's clothes, then there is no gender specific clothing, right? You're proving your own point.
I don't have a point.
That's
That
what
was your
I'm
point
saying.
you was
No, that was
making.
not my point. My point was I don't wear that type of shit. That was my point. You wanted to make me say that.
No, I was trying to figure out how you feel, but you're going around the question by
I
saying,
told you how I felt. You want me to
I
give
don't
you
wear
an
that.
answer that
But
fits
that
your
wasn't the
narrative, but
question.
that's not what
So
I'm.
my question, what I'm trying to figure out, which you don't want to answer, is
I
if
answered your question.
you didn't, you keep cutting me off, so I can't even get the question out. Maybe I'm trying to say it in a different way for you to understand. Because obviously you either trying to go against me to just go against me and just not agree, But what I'm trying to figure out from you
Hold
is,
on.
do you feel like there are any clothes that are for women and not for men?
Yes, there are panties and bras and shit like that. Niggas don't need.
Nobody wear panties and bras walking outside. We talking about clothing.
Okay, so what do you want me to say?
Are there
A
any
dress
clothes
is
that
for
you
women and a
feel are
skirt is
gender
for
specific? Do
men.
you feel like clothing are gender specific?
I think it depends on your culture. Yes, it depends on your culture.
Okay.
I don't know what you.
Jonathan, what word? What word? Okay, hold on. I'm
All
trying to
right.
He
figure out
talking
what
about
word.
nigga. He talking about nigga.
Who said it? I
I
mean, we
did.
do say it a lot.
I did.
I would say he white and he feel being stabbed when people use that word. Besides, um,
Maybe we could give
I
them a
I'm
lesson.
happy. No, I'm happy that the word does bring angst to you when you hear it, Jonathan. I am, and I'm glad that you would want to not use the word or not even hear the word.
And I wait
If
before you say that. And I want to say with the utmost respect. This is going to sound really rude, but it's not for you to understand, honestly.
and basically that's where I was gonna go. I was gonna say, as much as there's a fight over the word, as much as there's people who come out and say they want to ban it and things that nobody should use it, it's never going to go away because of the fact you have to realize that first off, the only people who have a really deep hatred of the word right now are you got highly educated people, you have people who are old enough to have
Experience
a
being.
feeling tied with the word. You know what I'm saying? The younger generation that is coming up now, they don't really have anything tied to the word. So like it's a way for them to communicate with each other. When it comes to a racial thing, a lot of times black people just use that as a reason to get upset with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you say that word, now it's gonna be something. Now I have a reason to press you or to get up in your face and things of that nature. You got some people who the word doesn't like. We've had this conversation on the show before, whereas like me, my personal opinion of it is it does the word doesn't move me one way or the other. It's all about the intent behind the word. So I can tell when a person speaks to me what they mean. You know what I'm saying? And if they're trying to be disrespectful. And it can be any word. It could be my name, it could be the word boy, it could be black, whatever. You can tell how they're talking to you on what they meant by saying the word. So in the Netherlands, black people don't use it. They say bro plus brother. I don't know too much of the history in the Netherlands, but I don't think that they were called the word in the Netherlands. I mean, I don't know if slavery was there in the Netherlands. I don't know if black people were oppressed as much in the Netherlands. I never did any history on the Netherlands. You know what I'm saying? If you asked me about it, I damn near would have told you it was like from a book.
I don't want to be that guy, but Jonathan, you're not black, right?
He's not.
What do you know what these broers are saying
Brewers.
when you're not around? Like it may not be as widespread as it is here in America, but everybody say the N word. Maybe not you. And then when I say everybody, I mean every race, ethnicity, they use this word.
Every ethnicity uses, I think, and black people. The thing is, black people, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans use it out in public a lot. You know what I'm saying? It just
Asians
drops
do
out.
too.
Huh?
Asians do too.
Asians?
Yes.
I'm not around a lot of Asians. I can't. You know what I'm saying? But I know though. I know the three races. Those it drops like just regular conversation.
Maybe they
But
weren't saying it around you because they know it triggers you, and that's respectful, and I can understand that. But a lot of the times, like to be honest with you, that word can mean so many things when you listening to this particular podcast. It can mean, hey, I'm finna tell you something important. It can mean shut up. It can mean you stupid. It can mean my brother. It can mean a
yeah,
whole lot just based off the tone. So when we say it within this space, depending on the context of the conversation, 90, I would say 95% of the time it's not with any vitriol at all.
now
This is just the way that we speak. And I do apologize if it offends you. But if you are gonna listen in and tune in to us, you might your ears might burn once or twice or 5 or 6 times a show.
hey, John, you never have to apologize for putting your opinion out. That's why the show is called Opinionated.
True.
So
You don't owe any apologies, but this
right.
is us. So
You know,
we
any
don't hear
apologies.
it.
If we're not going to apologize for who we are, you don't apologize for you. We're not trying to be disrespectful to you, and you're not being disrespectful to us by telling us how you feel about something. I'm saying that we welcome that. And we want you to keep doing that. I like the fact that you like Malcolm X.
It's kind of
Right.
like the word bitch, you know. A lot of people don't like the word, but you have some people that refer to their friends of that. They be like, bitch, well, bitch, shut up. Or bitch, how he said this, or bitch, he did. You know, they talk to each other like that, but they don't walk around calling everybody.
No, I don't use it to talk to
And some
people.
people don't like it at
Right, and I
all.
was just about to say that. Like honestly, like some words just belong to certain groups. You know what I mean? It's okay for certain groups to say the word. It's not okay for others. Unfortunately, there's a lot of
Yeah.
it's some shit that we can't say. You know what I mean? There's some shit that a man can't say to a woman that women say to each other. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
because a man can't call me no bitch, even if he's saying like bitch.
exactly, and
What?
it's fucked up. Don't get me wrong. It's none of it. You know what I mean? It's particularly right, but this society and this is it, and
Yeah.
particularly with us, like the that particular word really doesn't have much power within this circle. It's really a sentence connector sometimes.
I mean, it come out so easy, Jonathan. Sometimes I don't even, if you notice, I'm trying to figure out what word you're talking about. I'm like, who said something? What's the word? So
Yeah, depending on who we talking to, if they friends.
hold on, what
I,
was that
I have
question?
I have a
It
I
was up
have
there
a
too.
gay friend, a transgender friend that might refer to me as bitch, but he lives his life as a woman.
I think that's all within the circle too, though.
Yeah,
He can't call no random female bitch. He can't.
Right.
You know
no,
what I'm saying?
but a random female can't call another random female a bitch. You know what I mean?
Depends on
Right.
how you say it.
I think it depends on it depends
Depends
on
on
like what
the
the
setting.
conversation is. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like if they having a conversation, that's one thing, but just randomly, like, nah, you can't do that. So
So I said there are many Dutch people that hate that blackface tradition, like me, is under fire and it's kind of over now.
Wait, what blackface?
oh,
Name put in there. He said in the Netherlands they dress in blackface every year and don't see anything wrong with it.
this is that tradition has died out. So you are wrong claiming that. I like Jonathan. Point him out, Jonathan. Tell him he wrong.
Straighten him or get him some straightening.
Get him some strength, Jonathan.
I just think I'm kind of out of tune. A lot of stuff don't move me. Blackface don't move. Like that's something that would never offend me. If you came in here in blackface, I would probably look at you like you stupid. Okay, you're supposed to be talking about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like
I
it
think
don't bother me.
I think a lot of the stuff in the world like that causes that whole like you could really say global outrage when it comes to shit like that. It's just the media putting 10 on 20. You know what I mean? Or putting 20 on 10. Um, a
Yeah.
lot of that shit is just it's overblown. It's overblown. Like don't get me wrong, some of the shit it's offensive, but in the same token, a lot of people really wouldn't care about that. Like it's not gonna change your day to day. You know what I mean? So
My thing about it is this: something is going to offend somebody. Everything is going to offend. There's nobody who is going to be 100%. Like there's nothing you can put out that's going to satisfy 100% of the people. Somebody's going to be offended by it, however you do it, whatever you say. You said somebody's going to take it out of context, or it's going to be something, you know what I'm saying, that somebody finds wrong with it. I just kind of deal with everything on how, you know what I'm saying, it affects me. So most of the time I'm like, okay.
Can
Like
I
I
ask
do see
Jonathan a
some,
question?
go right ahead.
I just want to know what time it is where you are.
that's
I don't know
actually
what,
a question.
that is a good question. Jonathan probably been up drinking. Or it's probably early in the
Why
morning.
would you say that?
Right.
Because I'm an asshole, an asshole, an asshole. He's an asshole. Oh. I ain't heard this song in a while. I might have to put that on. It
Yeah.
used to be my theme song. Okay, take that Netherlands shit down there. You trying to promote yourself.
All right.
Yeah, so
What
what time is it, Jonathan?
Jonathan will be back. He going back and forth with me. Okay.
Wow.
Hold on. Niggas. Oh, everybody was helping out with Jonathan. Back in there. Okay.
Almost
wow.
Jonathan, we appreciate you staying up with us, my boy. It is extremely late where you are, or
Was
earlier
that AM or PM?
A.M. You
AM.
know, Shaka looked it up. He wasn't answering quick enough. She said it's almost 3 a.m.
He gave us a precise time. It's 2:42.
That's what's up. I told you he was up drinking.
How you know he was drinking? Jonathan, you don't drink, do you? Please say no. We can't let him be right. Even if you do, John, just say no.
So even if you are
Damn,
drinking,
John.
He said I'm drinking beer, so
we love you, Jonathan. We love you.
No, we definitely appreciate the support. If you ever up again on a Friday night, check us out. We here every Friday, our time 7:30, so that would be 1:30 your time. I don't know if you're gonna be up drinking Heinekens and Dutch beer every Friday, but if you do, check us out.
Yeah. Yeah. So we talk about whatever you want to talk about, Jonathan. Everything. I want to talk about the blackface though. So we ain't gonna talk about this. So maybe not everything.
Right.
I can't remember what I was trying to talk about for Nicole, so let's talk about these serious.
you was looking in your phone for something I sent.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember what it was. I was also asked if we could talk about some lighter topics, maybe talk about some food or something like that. There, say stop talking about this heavy ass shit every week. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I was told to bring in something a little light for it. You know what I'm saying?
I'd like to speak to whoever said that.
He's not here this week. I think he might be in the background just because he's scared of my sister. He's scared of Nicole. So,
Who?
then you mean?
I am not mean. Well, I've been getting that all my life. And then Mel, you don't make it no
All
better.
my life, I had to fight.
You know why? You know why?
What?
Because you dark skinned.
Yeah. I'm dark skinned, so I'm automatically angry and mean. And I remember one year in school, you know how they were selling those Valentine Day things where you can send somebody a flower in a car and it'll go to their homeroom, right? So I guess one of Mel friends was selling them, and she was telling him, telling him, buy one for your sister. Then she said, no, don't buy one for her, because she be looking at me like, And I was like, no, I don't. I don't even know her. And Mel was like, yeah, you do.
It's possible. I don't be remembering that though.
A lot of times I'll be daydreaming. You think I'm looking at you. I ain't even looking at you. I am like out of there somewhere.
That happens a lot with me, but I mean, I've just come to terms with that's how my face is. So I don't even say that when people say that to me now.
And they call that RBF.
Yes, I do. I tell people I use that. People I say that's my resting bitch face. Don't worry about it. You know it's just how it is. That's how I look. So they get over it. I mean, I'm told all the time I look unapproachable. You know what I'm saying? I look mean. You know what? At first I used to deny it, and then you know what clicked in my head? My daddy always frowned up when I look at him. You know what I'm saying? But when I speak, but then like as soon as you talk to him or say something to him, his face soften up. So it's like, okay, I probably got that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I don't know that I'm frowned up, or I don't know that I'm scowling at you or something like that, but I might be thinking about something. I got 1,000,002 things going on in my head at one time. So I don't know that I'm frowned up. I mean, it ain't that I'm frowned up. It's like I'm deep in thought. I'm really thinking about, okay, what we gonna do, where we gonna move, where we gonna go, how this gonna happen. And then when you say something, most time I probably give you a stupid look because you just broke my train of thought. So now it's like, huh? Like I ain't hear what you're saying. It's like, what? What are you saying? Then they like, oh, excuse me.
Right.
Were you able to locate what you were looking for?
I stopped looking.
But we didn't talk about the Kanye thing. We didn't talk about that.
I didn't see the interview, so I can only talk in parts about it.
Yeah, I can only talk in parts. One thing he said that I agree with. He's talked about how he said, you know, how if you talking to a young lady or whatever, texting or whatever, then she's slow texting. He was like, man, don't be on my phone slow texting. I feel that too. I need an immediate response. Don't be on my phone with that slow texting. I agree.
can't amen that. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I cannot amen that. I can't co-sign that.
Oh, because you're a slow texter, huh?
I'm slow ain't even the word for me. You know what I'm saying? It might take me a couple days to respond to you.
Yeah, you ain't used to be like that either.
I didn't?
Nah. I don't know what it is, but lately, even in our group text, you take forever to respond.
He don't
Most of
look
the
at
time.
them. Because I asked him, actually talked to you yesterday and asked him about, did you see what I put in the group? He was like, oh, what you put?
He had to put me out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. We have too many group texts going on right now. And you know what I'm saying? It'd be too much coming in. So I'd be inundated. So I'd be like, you know what? Just push this out. I mean, I got our group text, then I got the fellas group text, then we got a side group text for the fellas we really kick it with that everybody in here, you know what I'm saying? Then I got a group text for my dog and bears and a team group text and an AD group text, then my board members group text. It's just too much going on. Now, all this shit. Call me. You know?
I don't too much care to talk on the phone much.
But yeah, but so some of the other stuff Kanye said. So how do y'all feel about this? Now I know people clowned Kanye for running for office, right? Clowned him for running for president. But hey, I feel like if Donald Trump can run and win, and I'm gonna be honest, let me tell you this. I might be
You
in
ain't
the
have to put that out
minority
there,
on
man.
this.
That ain't had nothing to do with this
No, but
conversation.
no, I
I'm
might
talking to your cousin.
I might be in the minority. I don't really feel like Donald Trump was that horrible of a president, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, besides some of the things he said, but I can't think of anything that he's passed that I felt like, oh my God. We're not talking about his mouth and me feeling like you might get us killed, or I did kind of feel that. But I mean, as far as passing laws and stuff or mandates and stuff that made me feel like, oh my God. Now Biden, I feel duped. But
Okay. I'm gonna
but
say
if
this.
Trump
Trump was horrible. He
but
did
if
pass a
Trump
couple of things that helped, but he was bad.
yeah,
Why do you
but if
feel
Trump,
duped by Biden?
what I'm saying, if Trump can run, because I thought it was a joke when I found out he was running for president. I really thought it was a joke. I didn't, and I absolutely thought there was no way he could win. So with that being said, Kanye runs for president. People probably feeling the same way, like, dude, what are you doing? But he feels like I know Big Sean's I know this man mama, you know what I'm saying? And even with John Legend, because he brought John Legend out, you know what I'm saying? He feels like the Democrats used them to come against him, and he don't mess with them when he ran for office and he wanted an apology. Now, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like, as friends, even if you feel like they doing something that's above their knowledge, pay grade, or whatever, should you still support them?
I
Are you
feel
talking
like
about directly for Kanye?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think the thing about it is what you have to realize: everybody who was friends with Kanye or whatever while Trump was in office, they never cut him off, but they all basically said they won't give him room to kind of figure out what's going on with him. It was like none of them really talked bad. Like in most of the interviews that I saw, people were trying to bait him, like, well, man, what's going on with Kanye? And he over here with Trump, and they all were kind of like, well, you know, Kanye is a brilliant person. He just needs time to figure out himself and what he's doing. Like, I don't know what's going on with him and Trump. You know, I don't really support Trump, but you know what I'm saying? Kanye can be all right. We just got to give him a chance to kind of figure out what's going on with him. So the thing about it is, if basically he was supporting something that they weren't supporting, they were giving him the room to kind of do yourself. Be easy. I'm not going to come out now and support you to run for president when I know where your politics align at. We don't agree on that. So, I mean, I can't support that as my friend. That don't mean we can't go hang out. I'm saying that we can still go hang out, go grab something to eat or whatever, but our politics don't align, so I can't support you on that. That's how I feel.
I feel like, to answer Nicole's initial question, and I feel like, and also listening to what Ye said, it was more so along the lines of, I gave Big Sean his first shot. I changed his life. I changed John Legend life, and it was an arrogant statement, but it was also a truthful statement. So in his mind, his thing is, if you felt like I was doing something wrong, don't publicly chastise me, pull me to the side and talk to me and tell me that you don't agree with what I'm doing.
I can agree with that.
That was what I got from it. That could be my interpretation, but that was what I got from it. And to me, I feel like support doesn't necessarily mean that I have to agree with everything that you're doing. Support could be me telling you, hey man, this ain't the way. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can still support you, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I have to agree with everything that you do. So them not necessarily being on board with him didn't necessarily mean that they didn't support him. But I'd also feel like they were bad friends if they would push him to do something and they knew it wasn't right, or they knew it wasn't going to work, or they knew that, like you said, his political stance wasn't solid, or it wasn't something that they were aligned with. So it's almost like a rock and a hard place in those type of situations where it's like I love you, I support you in any way possible, but if we don't agree on the same policies, then how can I really support your bid for presidency if I don't believe in what you're pushing?
Well, did they ever have a conversation with him about why he
We
feels
don't
what he
know.
feels? Because I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. I just know that Kanye was with Trump, and I guess he's Republican, but I really don't understand what his but I don't know what he was supporting. Like I said, you know how when we were talking about Biden and them, or like, what are your policies? What is it that you're saying you're going to do? What are your thoughts or
What was
beliefs or
his running
whatever? I didn't
platform?
know that about Kanye. I didn't know what it was that he was pushing, other than okay,
He didn't really push.
But
I
you
wasn't. I
know.
didn't go to any
he didn't
rallies.
know what he was pushing. Honestly, I feel like it was just a play. I don't want to say it was a play, but it was a play. I was gonna try to clean it up, but it was really a play. Like, you put yourself out there. You didn't really know what the hell you were doing. Like, he didn't have like you say, he didn't really have a platform to stand on. He didn't have any policy. He didn't run on anything but emotion. Honestly, you know what I mean. So to me, it's just like he put himself in a bad situation, and it showed. Obviously, just because you're a celebrity doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be the next president.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Jonathan said, "What is good about Trump is that he wasn't a war president. Biden is already threatening China. Very, very, very bad move." I think the thing with that is we are allies with Taiwan or Hong Kong, was it? And China is actually threatening them. And so, since we are allied with them, we kind of, it's like somebody threatening your little brother. Now you got to back up your family. So at this point, from what I do or reckon, from what I do know about that situation, it wasn't a direct threat to China. It wasn't just like, hey, we just feel like picking on y'all, but it was one of them, okay, slow up with them, you know what I'm saying? Because we got to back them up. Basically, we got a treaty with them. We have paper, contract basically with Taiwan. I can't remember if it's Taiwan or Hong Kong, but it's something like that. I think what also happened is it was something whereas they used to be part of China, and now China decided we want to take that back. We want to, make y'all be part of us again. We want that land back over here now. We don't want y'all to be by yourself. To have y'all own government, and they want to fight it. We on their team, you know what I'm saying? And we got to kind of help out. We do that. And nobody really thought Kanye was going to be president, John. That was just him out there. So nobody took
Nobody
it.
other than Kanye thought that he was going to be. And to be honest, I don't even know if he really believed it.
Nah, it was just out there because I think he thought he was going to get that Trump win. Because I don't think Trump thought he was going to win when he ran. I honestly believe Trump just threw his name out there because he had some money, just wanted to do something. He figured he was going to lose in the preliminary, in the primaries, and then going to be that like it happened the first time. There was nobody who was running against him, though. Really, nobody. The people who was running. What people need to realize about the United States is we are not as progressive as everyone thinks. They think just because we had a black president at that one time, Obama, that we've progressed and now we're gonna do some different things. A woman is not going to be president of the United States.
And I felt like that's why he won. That showed exactly how badly they're like, no,
Yeah, they're like,
this
hell
woman
no.
not finna win.
So nothing else. She ain't finna win. So guess what, Donald? You get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
To be honest with you, Biden ain't doing much for the white men in the blue. So
here's the thing: Biden won off of the fact that Donald was in there.
yeah, but
Oh, I'm with you, Jonathan. I've always felt like that, but I'm not a big armed forces person. You know what I'm saying? People do what they want to do, but I just don't want my loved ones going to the army. Like Neil went to the army. I just don't. I'm not for that. And I think we need to mind our business. I agree.
I don't like that statement that the U.S. needs a real black. What is a real black president?
I think he mean 100%. He's like, oh, he like meat. They need meat. They'll need somebody who's mixed because Obama was he was mixed. He had a little bit of everything in him. He's Caucasian.
And that's probably why he was able to progress too, because and this just comes from me and the colorism thing again. He was half, so it was almost like, because wasn't it actual? I'm not gonna say an actual because Obama is black, but wasn't it a fully black man running against Obama?
Running against him?
Yeah, at the same time or before he became, how do you have all those other presidents?
Jesse Jackson ran. Not Jesse Jackson. Was it Jesse Jackson?
I know there's been plenty of.
Or was this against Trump? What was the dude? No, maybe he was white and people just like.
This the thing. For you to get a fully, as they say, a real black man. I don't know if there would be any healing. We probably would go down. We would probably go to hell in a handbasket here, because the thing is, the next person you get in, a person of color who you go get in, their thought process is going to be, I have to do something specifically for people of color, because Obama didn't. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be that next president who goes in and I don't do anything specifically for people of color, because that's the knock on Obama right now. Anybody who go in there, if you support Obama and you're a black person, and when you're talking to anybody else and you try to say Obama did great, the first thing they'll ask you, what did he do for black people? He passed laws for the gays, they say. He passed laws for the Mexicans. He did something for everybody else. What did he do for black people?
But it's true, though. So what would be wrong with somebody coming in and actually addressing issues that we experience? The LGBTQ people come and say, hey, these are our issues, and they run to jump to fix it and pass laws. Asian people, one Asian person get knocked up over the head. Hey, no Asian hate. Let's pass laws to protect them. But nobody is protecting us.
I understand that. I'm saying if we get one of us in that office, you know what I'm saying, that's all we're going to think about.
I honestly feel like, and this could go down, we can go down the damn rabbit hole. Or is it rabbit hole or wormhole?
Rabbit hole.
We go down a rabbit hole with this.
Wormhole too little.
There's a whole lot of conspiracies behind this. But even if we do get a real black president, there are gonna be strings behind pulling him. So
yeah,
there is. You got to realize though, the president can't pass laws though. He can write them. He got it. Everything got to. Even though he black, guess what? Senate and Congress is still 90%.
My point exactly. So whatever he just really the fall guy.
He Lady Eloise.
He the fall guy. They might be a little bit more progressive with maybe one or two different policies, but it'll never be the shit that Biden was promising.
Yeah,
so it'll never.
Still ain't gave them student loans yet, have you?
No, he cut it. He cut it. It was, I forget what the number was, but he cut it drastically. Like it was about it was over like 50% what he cut it by. It was a drastic cut what he was offering to forgive. So and then a bunch of other shit that he was promising he ain't even spoke on since he been in office. So
what about his vice president? I ain't heard from her since they got in there.
We got duped.
We did it, Joe.
We ain't get nothing.
We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe. Joe, you did it. So, but what did you expect from them? Their whole campaign for the first part was just running. He was just letting you know he ran against Trump, that he was going to get Trump out of there. Obama militarized the world worse than Bush. Drone deaths, including children, cause more terrorism in the world.
That is a fact. That is a fact. A harsh reality, something that sucks, but it's truthful.
The reality was he did what a black man would have did in there. But you saying something about me? Don't worry about it. Drop a bomb on him.
But honestly,
we handle everything with violence.
That was the same for that's not true. But that was the same philosophy that Trump had too, though. Honestly, he was the only one that was willing to stand toe to toe with Kim Jong-un.
But he ain't want no smoke for real.
He didn't. I'm glad that it didn't get to that, but he wasn't backing down. Like he didn't show it.
He ain't want no smoke for real though. Guess what? Because if that was a real black man in there, China wouldn't be on the map right now.
Shit. I'm gonna tell you this. If I don't want to get into this, but if we start fucking with China, we gonna be in some trouble.
We gonna hit them. You know what? We're gonna be in trouble because all our devices are made over there. They probably got chips and all our shit. They probably can hit a button and blow everybody.
Disable it, like
we gonna blow we gonna blow the country up and all our stuff gonna stop working. What?
We start fucking with China, we are going to be in trouble.
Man, China don't want no smoke.
Okay, you say that now until they come over here, goddamn it, and take over and tell your ass you can only be on the internet for 10 minutes a day, goddamn it.
China don't want no problems. Tell Kim Jong Wang T I said it.
That ain't even China, that's Korea. You at the wrong damn spot. You know
my bad. I believe you, Jonathan. China is very powerful, but if it comes down to it, we stronger than China. Now that is true, and the Russians just waiting for a chance to jump in. That's the issue with fighting China. We got to fight everybody else too. All them little outskirts who act like they on your team, they just waiting for, you know what I'm saying, the chance to jump on you. Now that is true. We had to go and drop them off first. So on the way to drop a bomb on China, we got to drop one on Russia too.
Yeah. Okay. I want to get away from this topic. This was scarier than the LGBTQ conversation.
Okay, well, let me ask y'all this then. We're going to go to, this is more lighthearted. It's still on Kanye, though. I don't know about this because I ain't listened to it. Y'all heard the blueprint?
Yes.
Oh, Terrence is on. He said the next black president is going to throw everything in his or her arsenal at the wall. I believe that. Well, go ahead, Nicole.
Y'all heard the blueprint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z album, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Kanye said he got the dude, what's his name? Just Blaze got credit for the blueprint, but he said he did the first half of it and he just copied him. So by hearing the blueprint, does it sound like, you could tell when different producers work on stuff, do it sound like one producer?
I think the only similarities in their music is the fact that at that time, both of them were heavily, and even now with Just Blaze still, like they both sampled a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as just like drum patterns, it's not the same. It's not the same. The only similarity really is the fact that they both sampled. But even the way that they sampled wasn't even the same. I could, if I'm Kanye, arrogant, on top of the world, yeah, I'm gonna say that. But I don't believe it. Me listening to it and actually having an ear for music, it's not the same.
Yeah, Jay-Z said it was a bit unfair for him to say that.
It was. It's not the same. You know what I mean? But if I'm Ye, honestly, like if I was the first real big artist that I was breaking records with all these old samples, and this kid comes up behind me. Well, I don't even call him a kid because he wasn't a kid, but this guy comes up behind me and he's sampling music. Of course, I'm gonna feel like he's stealing my style. You know what I mean? Now, granted, I didn't create this, but I ran with it, and this was me. This was my lane. So if you coming up behind me and you sampling records,
so maybe that's what he meant. He didn't mean copying me, where you like sounding like me, but basically doing my technique. This is me, and now here you come on the same album doing what I do. Be it a little different, but you still doing what I do.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Ye just being Ye, honestly. And the theme with this entire interview was the fact that everybody that he spoke about had some prior dealings with him prior to the show and even after the show. And everything he said on the show was completely opposite of what he was saying to them. So, according to them, allegedly. So,
right.
I don't know. Ye is.
That's crazy because you had to know they're gonna see the show.
But I mean, like he may just be speaking what he felt is his truth. You know what I mean? And I feel like, to me, I think it's cowardly to, specifically in the case with Big Sean, because he owed Big Sean money. So the things that he was saying was a little disrespectful. You know, he went and grabbed a little tombstone and was like, when I die, my tombstone gonna say I deserve this because I signed Big Sean, and all because Big Sean didn't agree with you running for, or didn't agree with whatever it was that you was doing when you was running for president. I think that was a little misguided, on top of the fact that you owed a man $3 million and you told him you was going to give him, it was his publishing or royalties, one of the two, and he never gave it to him. And then come to find out, the tweet came out that Ye owed him $3 million. Sean said he owed him $6 million. So it's like you should watch what you be saying, especially when the man ain't never said nothing about you publicly, like how the business side of things. You know what I mean? So it's like you open up with a can of worms and you piss off the wrong person, bro. You start to, they say when you talk a lot, at one point you're gonna put your foot in your mouth. And I think
Yep.
in that situation, he may have done that.
Shaka said he's not bankrupt no more, so cut.
He
check,
put this is another thing that he said. We got to get out of here too. But he said that he had a group chat with Drake, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, Pusha T. Who else was in there? Somebody else who make a lot of money. And he told all of them he worth more than all of them combined.
Maybe he was high.
I don't know.
He had a haircut in that interview.
Yeah, he called it the Britney.
Okay. Okay. On that note, it's time for us to say, hold up, not to interrupt it, but this is my second time here. First time the title was about fatherhood, and you guys produced a beautiful conversation. That was emotional, very good material, guys. Thanks, Jonathan. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Come back, please. You can always catch the reruns on YouTube. If you're not able to catch us, because I know it's late where you are, definitely subscribe to our YouTube page, and when you got some time, and our Facebook too. When you got some time, just let them play.
Yeah, all of them are on Facebook. Only the most recent ones right now are on YouTube. We're still in the process of migrating them over to all the shows over to YouTube to get them all on there.
Tell a friend about us N-words.
To tell a friend. Tell a friend.
I'm fucking with you.
Tell your friends about us N-words on here. No, we broers. Yeah, so all right, we gotta get out of here. We got our producer in the background sending us hate mail. He sending us capital letters, you know what I'm saying? To wrap it up. He's just gonna put the ending on real quick. We're gonna be talking, music just gonna start playing.
Right.
So,
all right, Beyonce, go ahead with your spiel.
Yeah. Thank everybody for coming out. Thanks, Jonathan. Bro, there it is. Thanks, Jonathan. We appreciate you hanging out with us. As always, everybody else on Facebook, on YouTube, we appreciate the conversation. We appreciate y'all input. Come back next week. Next week, we are here Friday at 7:35. Check us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We still ain't get a Twitter yet. We ain't gonna do no Twitter either. I don't think so. But like, subscribe, share, hit the notification so you'll know when we on. Follow. And I think that's about it. I mean, come back, bring your opinions with you. Anything else y'all want to put on background?
No.
I think you might have covered it all, Ike.
That's why you know.
That's what I'm saying. I supposed to came in and make sure y'all knew it was my show, and I brought them in just.
Wow, really?
But with that, man, we appreciate y'all coming out, and like Jonathan said, until next time, we see y'all. Peace.
Peace.